Hi friends, welcome to Meals with Maria. Today we are working with ground turkey. Yes, you can get this at Walmart for $2.20. I just checked, it is so cheap and it's so delicious. This is a great ground beef alternative. I even have a turkey burger for you today, and I promise you this is the best turkey burger that you have ever had, and it's not dry. Not only can you get these little bundles of joy at Walmart for $2.20, I often find this on sale for less than $2 on like a manager special at Aldi or my local grocery store. I pop those in the freezer and we are ready to go. We have cheap and easy meals at all times and a great, again, ground beef alternative, or just have it for what it is, ground turkey. It's delicious. So here's some great meals. We're gonna start off by making an easy ground turkey stir fry. I have some ground turkey that I grabbed from the freezer and defrosted, and I put that in my wok to brown. And then I found this pack of stir fry veggies. Wow, that one was in the bottom of the freezer from Lord knows how long ago, but this was the perfect opportunity to use it. So I'm actually just going to cook it according to the package instructions. I know it looks like super frozen. It actually turns out fine. And using the vegetables like that maybe are a little bit older are perfect for a stir fry or a casserole, because you don't want to eat them necessarily as like the main side. But once you mix them in with everything, they're absolutely fine. And I promise you they tasted delicious. And then you can see over to the side there, I did get some rice going because we're gonna have this over some rice, but you could use rice noodles if you have them. You could even use like a lo mein noodle. You could use cauliflower rice. Any of those things would be delicious with this stir fry. And I know people are gonna comment, I did forget to rinse the rice and it was kind of starchy. It tasted fine, like it's absolutely fine, but I do recommend to rinse your rice and follow the package instructions. Now, while your ground turkey is browning, you wanna whisk together 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of hoisin sauce, a tablespoon of water, a tablespoon of toasted sesame oil, and a teaspoon of garlic powder. Now, you'll see later, I actually opted to use fresh garlic, so that's an option as well. Once your turkey is browned and cooked through, stir in your soy sauce mixture, and then you wanna bring that up to a simmer and cook it for 2 to 3 minutes. In the meantime, we're gonna make a cornstarch slurry in order to thicken the sauce. So you wanna add 1 teaspoon of cornstarch and 2 teaspoons of water to a bowl and stir that until smooth. Once my sauce is simmered, I'm adding in 2 grated garlic cloves, and this is optional as you could have added the garlic powder earlier. I'm just gonna saute that for a minute until fragrant. At this point, you do wanna add that cornstarch and water mixture and continue stirring until the sauce is thickened a little bit. Then I'm gonna add in my vegetables, mix everything together really well, and remove it from the heat. As you can see, the vegetables cooked up really nicely. They have great color. They were delicious. This meal is so simple. It is so low on ingredients. I am a huge fan.
Yes, me too. I'm gonna dive into it.
What do you guys think? Is it good, Julian?
Wow!
Googleplex good?
Wow!
And you like that, Tommy?
Wow!
Can you use your fork?
I gave it a free tap.
Okay, can you give you your fork?
I mean, it's true.
Just figured I'd show you a little real life example of what dinner is like, but the kids did like that. Now, this is a shipwreck casserole that I failed to get on camera, so poor on me putting everything together. But I saw this recipe and I thought it looked really cool because there was so much stuff in it, and I really, really want to show it to you guys. So let me tell you about what is in this. I have a pound of ground turkey. I have 4 cups of frozen hash browns, a half a cup of white onion, a half a cup of chopped celery, 2 cups of peeled and sliced carrots. I did not put any bell pepper in mine because my husband does not like bell pepper, but the recipe does call for it. So your choice, if you want to add that, you go ahead and do that. Then it calls for 3/4 cup of instant rice, but I didn't have instant rice, so I actually used the leftover rice from the night before when I made that teriyaki stir fry. 1 can of tomato soup, 20 ounces of water, a teaspoon of dried oregano, a half a teaspoon of dried basil, a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 can of diced tomatoes with juice, and that's 28 ounces. So this is a ton of food, and the recipe actually originally calls for 2 pounds of ground turkey or ground beef, and I was like, that's gonna be way too much for us. This is gonna be enough as it is. Let's go lighter on the beef or lighter on the turkey, and we can still make a delicious casserole. Once everything is well mixed, you want to add that to a greased 9x13 pan and cover it tightly with aluminum foil. And you're gonna bake this at 350 degrees for 90 minutes. And you really need that 90 minutes on here because those hash browns were frozen and all of those veggies were completely uncooked, including the onions. Make sure that that ground beef is cooked. I don't know that I mentioned that, so that it needs to be a cooked ground turkey. I keep saying beef, but it's turkey, but I just always refer to it as beef. I don't know why, just it's in my head like that. So yeah, cook it for that full 90 minutes. Then you're gonna remove the casserole and the foil, and then you wanna top it with 2 cups of shredded cheese. And the recipe it says cheddar cheese. It doesn't say, it does say, no, it says cheddar. I used Monterey Jack because that's what I have. And I'm very fluid with cheese. You can use whatever you have on hand, and I swear it's cheese, so it's gonna be good. You wanna return this to the oven uncovered for another 15 minutes until the cheese is melted and bubbly. Allow the casserole to rest for 3 to 5 minutes, and holy moly, this is amazing. This was so good, and we made so much, so there were so many leftovers, and so it's so inexpensive. As with most casseroles, this is a great make-ahead recipe as well. You can make the whole casserole, pop that in the fridge, and then cook it the next day. You just want to take it out a little bit ahead of time, and you're all set. All right, guys, it is turkey burger time. I am so excited to share these with you because they were absolutely phenomenal. Usually I would be a little nervous to feed my family a turkey burger, but these burgers had thousands of 5-star reviews. But they were also from a publication that tends to hide its recipes behind a paywall. So I'm gonna put the recipe down in the description box for you. It is a similar recipe to the one that I used so that you can see it no problem. You don't have to click and get routed back to the main page. You wanna mix together 1 pound of ground turkey, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, 2 tablespoons of ketchup, 3/4 teaspoon of salt. Then you want to grate in about half a medium onion. Use a fork to mix that together well. Maybe I should do like a whole show on one-handed cooking as I watch myself with the one hand trying to mix that. Make sure to like this video and comment below if you're interested in one-handed cooking. Now, wouldn't it have been funny if I actually shaped the burgers with one hand? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. So you do wanna shape these into 4 evenly sized patties. I think I did mine a little bit smaller on some and larger on the others just because my kids are gonna eat smaller ones, but however you need to do it in your household, it should make about 4. Now to cook these patties, you want to heat a tablespoon of a neutral oil over medium-high heat in a nonstick pan. And then we're going to cook each of the patties for about 5 minutes on each side. This timing is perfect. They were perfectly cooked through, but not too much. And they were so juicy and delicious. I'm using this splatter guard to make sure that the grease doesn't go absolutely everywhere. And I recommend one if you do not have one already. I will make sure to link one down in the description box below. You can top these with your favorite cheese or no cheese. You can see in my family, we have 3 cheese lovers. My husband's actually gonna have feta cheese on his because he loves feta cheese. And Julian and I are gonna have cheddar, and Tommy is a no-go on the cheese on his burger. Either way, all 3 of these options are absolutely delicious. Then you want to serve these on your favorite hamburger buns. I've been actually making an amazing bun with a sourdough discard. And if you are a sourdough person, I'm going to put that recipe down in the description box below for you because you want to try it. And if you've been thinking about getting into sourdough, I know people have asked me about recipes. I personally am not sure that I'm the person to share that on YouTube today, but I do have some amazing people that I have watched and how I've learned how to do sourdough. And I'm going to put their names in the description box down below so that you can check out their videos on sourdough and learn how to do it just like I did. Thank you so much for watching today. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to learn how to make those amazing twice baked potatoes on this plate, go ahead and click the video that is coming right up. That's going to show you some amazing Great Depression meals that includes those amazing twice baked potatoes.